estoy recordando.
¿A quién voy a Manuel o qué pedo? I'm just kidding. Okay. ¿Qué pedo? Welcome back to my channel. No más les quería decir, well, I wanted to say that in my channel I will be talking in Spanish too because, you know, like, I'm Mexican, so I talk both languages. Anyways, so today's video is gonna be on all the falls I've had in the past year. Now keep in mind that the year hasn't finished, so I mean, I don't know how many more times I'm gonna fall, but you know. Alright, anyway, so first fall, it was caught on video, and it was, I believe, January. And so this day, we went to the ranch, and so my bright idea is, you know, I decided to get on my horse without a saddle, because, you know, the horse had been inside its stable for a good while, so, so I took him out, and I took him out to the corral. So lo dejamos ir, whatever, he was doing his turn so he can, like, not be sore or whatever, because he was inside his room for a good while. And then I decided, like, as it was like rolling around in his back and stuff, I was like, I'm gonna get on, but it ended up standing up. So I was like, man, how am I gonna get on? I got on this tractor, but at the moment that I get on, a horse's butt is like up, right? So it's like this. So when I sat down on the butt, like right on top of the butt. So I was afraid that if I stood standing up, like sitting up, I was gonna fall back. So the best thing I had to do was just grab onto my horse. I laid down and I was holding onto it so tight, and then see for yourself. Hold him. Okay, so my second fall was taken in March. So I was in Mexico for the fiestas at my rancho, and I decided they were at the fiestas at my rancho, and I decided, like, you know, like, I was on my plane ride, and it was going through my head, like, oh my god, like, what if I had the chance to bull ride? So I told my dad this, right? So the first day of our actual like fiestas from our ranch, my dad comes up to me, and there's this thing called sayacos, right? It's a tradition that we have in my ranch, and well, it's like everybody like dresses up, like they're like disguised, like fully disguised, and they have a bag of like flour, I guess, and like the band is playing, and it's really lit. Y pues les los polvean a todos. At the end of that, my dad comes up to me, like, after that whole like process, everybody ends up in the Toril, which is where they have the bull riding show. So in the day, there's like a mini bull riding show, and my dad tells me, like, oh, I already chose your bull, like, you're gonna bull ride and like this and that, so be ready. And in my head I was just like, I can't believe this is happening, like, this is so scary. And I told all my friends that were with me, I was like, this is so scary, I can't believe my dad is really gonna make me do this. So we went into the Toril, and I was sitting down, and I was just waiting for the moment until my dad finally says, Melissa, come on. And I was just like, oh my god, this is so scary, like, I'm gonna die, like, what if he steps on me? Everybody was scared. Even my sister says, like, I think I had a video where she's like, oh my god, what if it steps on her? Or what if her espuela, which is what I wear on my shoe to like hook on my feet, what if it gets stuck on the bull or something, you know? And I was just like, damn, like, this is scary. So it comes to the moment, and well, my ex-boyfriend's like, he was a bull rider, and he was like, oh, you got this, like, you know, make sure you hold on tight. And I was like, yes, I got it. So it turns out that the belt was loose. When it came out, I was like holding on so tight, but since it was loose, when the bull was like going up, my hand slipped out, and like you can see perfectly in the video that like I let go, and I'm like, oh no, and I tried grabbing, but then I ended up falling off. So I get up, and I'm like, I swear my body was hurting. I was like, it was a full body ache. I was like, oh my god, like, my knees are gonna collapse. But I was just like, I'm gonna walk it off. Like, I cannot look like it was painful, because then people are gonna be like, ay, this pendeja, you know, like, or like calling me all these things. But like, again, it was my choice. I always wanted to do it. So just watch this video, like, you guys will see it.
Oh, they're holding the tail.
I knew it. No, yeah. She landed hard, bro. Yeah. She got it. Look at that shit. So man.
As you guys can see, I was not prepared. I was wearing shorts. My third fall was it September? I think it was September. So there's like an annual event in California that like from the people from my ranch come together and like they choose 3 queens, and it's like kind of like a beauty pageant, but it's more of a of which one collects the most money. So when they collect the most money, that's the person that wins. And so at the very end of this, they have like a big event which is called a kermes. It's like a fundraiser, and they have all these bandas and like live music, everything. And they also have a bull riding show. So I had told my dad, oh my god, like let me bull ride. He's like, no, not here, it's scary. I was like, okay, but like I really wanted to, and I was like, man, like I want to try it, because I didn't mention this before, but the very first time I did it, I had never gotten on a bull, so I didn't know how the body structure was. Unlike in the horse, when I got on the horse, like it was round and it was flat, but the bull had its spine, and that was harder. Like it felt like really weird, so I couldn't hold on tight. And then after that, since I knew how it was, I was like, I really want to try it again. So my dad's friends from the ranch and like my friends, like we were like, man, I'm gonna do it, whatever. So they did it, right? And then I was like, okay, I was like, oh my god, I think I really want to do it. So I kind of finally convinced my dad, and he was like, okay, like okay, but like I was like, please, but just hold its tail. And I was like, okay. So he was holding the tail and everything, and so the bull comes out, and like I end up like dropping my shoulder, and the moment I drop my shoulder, I fall under it. And so that's what happens. I do get stepped on my stomach. I think it was this side. But it wasn't all like that bad. It wasn't like, oh my god, I broke something. But I was like, oh my god, like I literally saw everything under the bull. But it was a little scary. And then I got up and I was like, okay, I'm okay. But what happened was that my dad, since he was holding onto the tail, him and another friend of his, he dislocated his shoulder at the moment. So when he falls, like I fall and I get stepped on by the bull, and then my dad falls on top of me, and I was like, oh my god, like I was like, did he step on my head? But in reality it was my dad. But it turns out that he dislocated the shoulder, and well, the rest of his day, like he had to go to the doctors. But yeah, it just like, it turned out great though. After like he came back and everything was okay, they popped it back in, and well, it was just like kind of sprained. So those were the 3 that I had. Just remember that the year isn't over, and I will be going to Mexico for December, and it's gonna be a different year this year. It's gonna be something different this year. Like every Christmas I spend it in California, but today I'm gonna go with my family to Mexico. And yeah, so let's see what happens then. So yeah, make sure that you like this video if you enjoyed it, and share it so people can see how crazy I can be sometimes. And subscribe to my channel, turn on your bell notification so you guys can see my next upcoming videos, and comment down below if you have any video ideas, because I know that there's a lot of crazy videos out there. And I did read some of your guys' comments in my past video about the spicy noodle challenge, and I hopefully will be doing it. It's just that my sister is still breastfeeding my niece, so it's a little hard for her to like have chili, because you know it affects the baby. But as soon as she stops breastfeeding, or like she's done breastfeeding, I will do it. And I know it might be a little too late, but you know, I'll do it. But yeah, any challenges, make sure you guys comment down below, and I will do them for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. You can't flip the camera, Dick.
Credits to the camera crew.
Yup, the best camera crew.
Ya, eso sí.
Quiet on set. And action.
Siéntate bien, morra. Así, así bien derechita. Ya, güey, ya.
No te muevas mucho, güey. Vamos. ¿Quién viene a chingar? Ah, ok.
Ya, muy bien. Recordando.
De veras, güey.